welcome back to Clear Blue Skybox. This is Clear Blue Skies, and this is vlog number 9. It's vlog number 9 of the weekly vlog series that I've been doing for more than 2 months now, which is longer than I've ever done a vlog before. And it just hit me today, or just before recording this, that that's how long we've been doing it. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, that's a bit of a tangent. Hi, how you doing? It's a brand new week. So this week went pretty darn well in terms of stuff. I got a lot done. Because of what we were saying last week, where I was saying that I didn't like the feeling of leaving it all to the last minute, I must have focused or something. I did things a lot earlier in the week, and that really felt very productive. I got a lot of stuff done, and I got a lot of extra stuff done, which is even cooler. It's always good to get extra stuff done, and it was nice. So I'm going to keep it pretty brief, or as brief as I can today. There's not much to show. I do have a new track from my game composition course, which I'll stick on the video at the end, but let's just get into it, shall we? So, as usual, here's the Trello board. Oh, and here it is for you. So, we'll do the usual, move this one over, as always, and it's looking pretty solid. I gotta say, I'm pretty happy with that. So, the week was, as I said, pretty solid from the start. Me and Andres talked about aesthetics for the game on Monday, just over Discord, and that was a great conversation. We worked through our mood boards, the soundtracks that we picked out. It was really fun to work towards, or to pull these ideas together and work out what we wanted all these pieces to build in terms of the way it looks and sounds and feels. And it gives a lot of direction for all the things that we can do graphics wise and for the sound. So now that I know where we're going, I can start making tracks outside of my game composition course for the game. I'll start that now because it's going to take me a long time. I've still got till December to make good tracks, but the earlier we get started, the better. So that was a really good meeting. Tuesday, I did the implementation, or finished the implementation for implementing sounds in the game with a cool little sound manager system, where the sound manager has all the sounds loaded in code, and then we just slap a script onto whatever we want to play sounds, set it up with a certain set of identifiers, and then identifiers for the sound that they map to, and then in the place where we actually want to play the sound, all we do is call something on this new script with the identifier, and it will go and play the sound on the sound manager, which means we only have to have sounds loaded in one place, and if we want to change the sounds, we literally just change a drop down and it's done. We don't have to change any code at all. So I'm pretty happy with that. It didn't take very much code at all. It was really nice. We learned a little bit about Unity editor scripts as well, because dictionaries aren't serializable into the Unity interface, so that was good. I really enjoyed working on that. Did a lot of drawing. Did some C# revision, which was great. Wednesday was the day that I took out to see friends. Thursday was rough. So the thing about this week was that although I got started really early, Thursday, a little bit of Friday, and yesterday, I sort of lost a little bit of motivation, and my brain just started to wind down. I wasn't feeling very good at all. So at times like those, as I've said in the past, I'm sure this has come up in the vlog before, I would have just kept going, but instead I took the day off today. It's basically what the end of that is. So I did manage to refocus on Thursday and get a few things done. I did the animation that day. I think I did the composition actually on that day as well. So it was a pretty productive day in the end. So I did a code review for Andros as well this week. I drew the 2 pictures, which are here. I think I did this one on Sunday. That's a bit big. I'm not super happy with that one, but I was trying to do stuff that I hadn't tried before. And again, I did the 20 minutes of quick poses, which is really helping. Now, these are not the only drawings I did. I have started doing a visual diary, which is super cool. So I did like 5 or 6 drawings, just really quick ones during the week, and even they're improving. So that's good, and it's fun. So if you want to see those visual diary things, actually I'll just quickly show you. They're just little pictures like that. They're not all drawings. I did another little picture. I counted the animation that I did that day. Actually, you might as well have a look at that. The animation that I did that day as a visual diary entry. Just little things that show what I'm doing that day, and a way to draw a little bit more in the day. So if you want to see those, follow me on Twitter @_clearblueskies. Yep, I did the animation, like I said, and the composition, finally got that done. I don't hate the result. In fact, the day after I finished it, I woke up and it was in my head, so that's a kind of good sign. It's clear that the ideas that I had when I was developing the first part are different to the ideas that I had when I was developing on Thursday, and that's because 3 weeks between developing those parts makes a clear difference, particularly when composing like this, I guess. So I'll put it up at the end of the video. You can have a listen to it. Let me know what you think in the comments or on my SoundCloud. We watched a new video for Study Club. I'll put the link in the description. It's well worth a watch. It is the patterns for building friendships in games, which is very cool. It's a load of psychology type stuff, so if you're into that, take a watch of that. I finally backed up and cleared out my computer, so it's a lot it feels safer to use, which is good. And yeah, the IA stuff. I finished a blog post this week for Infigment Arc. I also did some more of the tutorial for OpenGl 1. That's the only part that I didn't get to the end of this week, and I'm pretty pleased with it, to be honest. It was just these 2 programming tasks that I didn't get to, and that's with taking today off and taking it relatively easy Thursday. I think I need to slow down a little bit. I'm trying to do stuff from the moment I get up to the moment I go to bed. It's just too much stuff, basically. I did also not go to athletics practice on Thursday because my hamstrings were still so tight from the last time. So I'll stretch out and try that again this week. See how we go with that. So yeah, it was a pretty successful week. There's quite a lot of these tutorial things for OpenGl 1 on the website that I'm using. I'll post a link to that in the description below as well. But there's only 2 more that I kind of wanted to do, up to 10 for OpenGl 1. I think will be fine because that's loading in vertex data from external sources. So I think once I get to that point, it makes sense for me to transition into OpenGl 3 using the book that I have and using the Cherno's YouTube channel, which looks pretty good. So that's my plan for that. Was there anything else? Oh, and I also started doing some modeling in my own time as well. Sort of, it's all in my own time, right? So modeling outside of this stuff, I did some 3D work to try and put into practice what I'm learning from this tutorial set here. So it was all good. I'm really pleased with the way this week went, even though my mental state did take a little bit of a nosedive during the end of it. But even that, I'm pleased with taking the time to do something about it and feel a bit better. I also took next Friday off of work so that I am, again, not just throwing myself at things until I stop, basically. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Revision, I've made the decision about this. I'm not going to have this as a ticket anymore because it's never going to end. revision is something that I should be doing constantly, and doing the little bits of C#. I've got this little thing here, so I make little booklets. I also write it into my wiki as well. So doing that every day, reading the booklet and then adding a little piece to it, and then reading the booklet the next day and adding a little piece to it. That works quite well. I'm remembering a lot of the stuff from C#. And I know what I need to revise. It's all in my wiki. It's all stuff that I'm doing. It doesn't make sense to just have this sitting and doing forever, right? So maybe I'll do a check-in on it in like a month or two and make sure that I am still able to remember stuff. So maybe I'll make a ticket for that. Actually, that makes more sense, is making a ticket for a check-in on things, just to see if I am actually doing the revision or whether I want to put revision forward, or push revision goals more explicitly. So I'm going to do that. So I'll pull that into here. Right, now the plan for the next week is going to be, I'll be doing an IA ticket. We're moving into our new milestone, which is good. So that's definitely going to happen this week. I want at least one of those done. I'm going to pull this out and reschedule this for next week. I'm just going to commit to the 2. I think that's enough programming for the week, because the IA ticket is going to be fairly big, I think, so it's going to take up a reasonable amount of time. This will be done. I obviously need to do vlog number 10, double digits. I'm going to run out of fingers after this. Edit and post vlog 10. Record vlog 10. Yep. What else? I'm keeping this episode a little bit light. I think I'll dive into something more explicit next week, but again, because I'm taking today off, I want to keep this episode fairly, or this vlog fairly tight, low in editing, and not too long either, because I haven't done a short one of these for a while, have I? So what else? So I need to do my 2 pictures, although obviously I'm going to do a bunch more, but 2 dedicated pictures. I'm going to be finishing off the tutorial from for low poly character. I'll do that this week. I need to pull this in. This obviously isn't going to be just a 1-week task. There's quite a lot to it. This next section goes through using Fmod, which is a tool for I can't remember how to describe it, but it's essentially programmatically changing sound. So you can have maybe 3 tracks and you mix between them based on an external variable which you can control in the program. So then you can have tracks which respond to the way the game is going, things like that, which is really cool. In fact, just last week I wanted to get into it, or a couple of weeks ago, me and Anders were taking a look at it and we were like, we should put that on the list of something to learn, and now it's here. That's pretty good luck. So I'm going to stick this to be done. Let's say I get through probably not going to get through 10 a week. 33 is a lot of sections. It's probably going to be more like, let's commit to 6 a week. If it's 6, and I can probably do it in about 5 weeks, which is a really long time. Blech. Well, we'll see. So by the end of next month, it's probably where that's going to end up. But I want to keep that going. Yes, so what else do I need to do? So I've got my programming tasks, I've got my drawing tasks. I'll lower that to 2. Programming tasks, drawing tasks. I've got my music, modeling. Is that it? That looks like a fairly simple week. which, hey, that's fine. It just means we can get through stuff after that. There's nothing stopping us from doing that. You know what? I am also going to put in, because I've been meaning to, some game engine architecture book. Not the whole thing, obviously. I'm going to work out how many pages I should read, maybe like 10 or 15 or something. But I want to get back into that. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. There's been a few other ideas kicking around in my brain. All these things over here are working on like a little VR demo. There's loads of revision to do. There's using OpenGl in a more creative way rather than just following tutorials. A lot of that kind of stuff where it's practicing what I've learned from tutorials and applying it. I've got to start on the music from Figment Arc. So there's all kinds of stuff that I can be doing. So these are kind of just the basic things, and maybe I should be careful of that. I don't want to get to the point where all I'm doing is scheduling like the same things every week and then doing a bunch of other stuff at the end, because that's not great. Although this has been very good, I've learned a lot of stuff. I can now do some 3D modeling, very basic, but I can do some composition, I can do programming with OpenGL, and these are all things that I've been meaning to do for a long time, which I've only been able to do because I've structured this vlog and this Trello board. So it's not like this is a disaster, it's just that's not what the board is for. It's not what this whole thing is for. I'm trying to reach the goal, right? The goal of trying to get to making a game. So if I'm not scheduling my tasks to do that, then we're not going to make it. So I need to keep that in mind. I think all these things are helping me get there, but I need to make sure that I'm committing to other stuff as well. For this week, I think it's going to be okay as it is. Actually, let me think about that, because these two I'm going to get done Sunday, because I always do. This will probably take up the first 3 or 4 days, or at least half of those. That maybe a day. That's probably most of my commutes. I can probably slip one more thing in there, can't I? Is there something else I should commit to doing? What else is on my list? So I want to do, what was I saying? I wanted to do my Figment Arc stuff. So that's very vague. Most of my stuff is in Figment Arc stuff. You know what? I'll probably just pick up another ticket after I finish the ticket that's on there, because the game is the main thing, right? So I think that's enough. I don't want to overcommit, because I always overcommit. That's a thing that I do. So this is a good way for me to see that I am progressing my goals, because the IA ticket is that, and then the rest is stuff that I'm doing to support that goal. And if I have more time at the end of that, great. I'm still doing piano practice, I'm still doing sports, I'm still doing the visual diary. I've got plenty of stuff that's not on there that's going to take up time. Revision as well, I can't immediately forget that, right? So I think we'll be fine. Alright, that's it. I'm keeping it real short, or relatively short. Have a listen to my new track, it's going to be on next. Like, subscribe, share, all the usual stuff. You can find me at the places that are on my end screen. I have one of those now. Yeah, that's it. That's all that we got going for this week. Have a great week. Yeah. See you later. Bye.